welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a tutorial on how to get the cutest, most aesthetic iOS 16 widgets for your lock screen. On September 12th, Apple released the new iOS 16 update, and I think it's compatible with most iPhones. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll check that. Basically, one of the best features of this new update is that you can customize your lock screen in so many more ways than what was capable before. I just kind of found out about it like 2 days ago, which honestly, I don't know if I've been living under a rock or something because I just found out about it, but I immediately downloaded it and I've been playing around the past couple of days, and I downloaded some extra apps on the side, and I'm going to show you guys how to incorporate those apps to get even cuter widgets on your lock screen. So let's get started. I'm going to be showing you guys first just all my different lock screens that I made. I have 8 different ideas that I'm going to show you guys.
Hey guys, it's voiceover Karen. So basically you're going to hold down your home screen and then you're going to swipe all the way to the right, and then you're going to hit add new, and then you're going to scroll to suggested photos. You're going to hit whatever one it says, and then hit in the bottom left corner there's like an image, and then you just click, you hit all, and then you just scroll down to whatever photo you want to use, and then you just hit add, and then you're going to set it as a wallpaper pair, and then you'll have your new customized lock screen.
The very first one that I have is just the normal pink background. This one is just on Apple, and basically what you do is you just hold down your lock screen and then it'll pop up and you can just customize it. So when you hit customize, I just went straight to the pink tones. I just kind of picked the pinky color, and then I'm like right around in the center for the color that I have. And then I kept the date the same, and then the time I switched to the font. It's like the second row from the left, and then on the bottom, I don't know what it's called, but it's really cute and I like it. Then I just have to the left I have a motivational quote, which I'll show you in a second. Then across from that I have just my battery percentage, and then I have the temperature of the area that I'm in. The battery and the temperature are part of Apple, so you can just add those from the widgets. You can just hit battery, and then it'll say status and keep track of the battery levels, and then you can just tap whichever widget you want. They have one that's just like a square, and then one that's a little bit more of a rectangular shape. Then for the weather, they have a temperature thing that you can select, but there's also many other things you can customize it. You can do the conditions, the UV index, the sunrise and sunset, the moon phases, precipitation, wind, air quality, all that fun stuff. But I just selected the temperature, and it just tells you the high and the low and then what it currently is. So all you have to do is tap, and you can just add that, which is really simple. For the motivational quote, that is actually another app. It is an app called Motivation. You can download it on the App Store for free. But basically, you click on the Motivation app, you're gonna click all the way to the right, there's like a little person icon, and then you can hit lock screen widgets. And then basically what you do is, once you download the app, you just go back to your lock screen, you hold it down, you hit customize, and then you hit add widget, and then you scroll down to the Motivation app. It should pop up, and then from there you can just add a motivational quote, and then you select if you want it to change hourly or daily or something like that. So I'm here on my lock screen, I just held it down, then I'm going to hit the widget, and then I'm going to scroll down to motivation, and then you just tap it or you drag it and it'll just go right in there. You might have to set it up first in the motivation app. It was super simple. They just asked you what like things you had going on in your life and how they could like cater towards what type of quotes they would give you. My second one is just kind of like an iridescent look. It's super cute. I was just kind of looking around on Google and playing around with different backgrounds. If you want any of these backgrounds or think they're really cute, just let me know in the comments and I will send you the link and you can use them too. Same thing with the date. I just used the normal date. Then for the time, this time I used the column all the way to the right. For this weather one, I decided to put the conditions, which is if you just come down to weather and you just scroll to conditions, it'll show like the temperature, what the weather is right now, so partly cloudy, and then the high and the low. So it just gives you more information than the one that I had in the last lock screen. Then you can also do stuff with reminders. So you just click reminders and you get quick access to any of your reminder lists. So I have something to cancel Canva Pro, and that's basically the only reminder I've set. My third lock screen, so this one says don't overthink it. It's on Google. I just saved it and dropped it in here. Then, so for the date, this time I decided to do something different. So for this one, I just did the date and the temperature. Then for the font, it's the one in the third column from the left, just on the top. It's kind of a bolder time. And then you can see that there's like a little countdown to something, and it has a Christmas tree, and it says in 82 days. So there's another app that I use where you can set countdowns for things that you're looking forward to, which is super fun, and it's just something unique that you don't normally see on all the widgets and the lock screen stuff. The app that I use for that feature is called Countdown, and there's a bunch of countdown apps. I don't know if they all work the same, but I'll just show you this one, and you can download this one. It has like a green and blue app icon. What you do is you hit new countdown and you name your countdown. So I'm just gonna name it Christmas. Then you tap the emoji icon that you want. So I'm gonna put a Christmas tree. You might think like it'll mess up the aesthetic of your background, but it'll change to whatever color your background is, because at first I was scared of that. Then December 25th. So we're gonna put that, and I'm gonna pick a time, and you can just put it for all day, it doesn't matter. Then you could select if you want to repeat it yearly, which is really nice, and if you want to be reminded before the countdown ends. And then you just kind of pick a color. I just picked like a off-white color, and you can select if you want it to show what you wanted to show. So now we have this new countdown. So we're going to come to our lock screen, hit the widget, and then I'm going to scroll down to countdown, and all you have to do is tap it in, and it'll show up. Or you can, it says you have to upgrade to unlock that widget, but you can get like the smaller one for free. So that's super cute, and it's just a fun touch if you have something that you're looking forward to, like a concert or the end of school or something like that. So I do like that. The fourth lock screen that I'm going to show you today is what you saw in my What's in My iPhone video. It's just my boho inspired background, but I wanted to customize it for iOS 16. So I'm going to customize this one and show you guys what I used. I just used the normal date. Then for the time, I used the second row from the left, the one on the bottom. I really like this one. This is my favorite time from iOS 16. It's so cute. It's just really bold, but it's in like this kind of boho themed font. Then I selected the first beige color, and then I just brought it more to, you can kind of see like it's not all the way to the left, but it's a little bit before the left, just to change up the shade. Then I have my motivational quote again from the app Motivation. I just dropped that in there. Then I have my battery again, and this time I decided to use the sunset feature. So I came to weather, and if you kind of scroll to the right, you'll have sunrise and sunset, and then you can just tap and drag that into your widget. The fifth lock screen that I'm going to be showing you guys is kind of boho inspired too, but I just really like this backdrop, and I'm like, I need to use this on my phone. So this one I'm going to customize. Normal date, I really don't change up the date. I don't know, there's not that much customization you can do with the date. I wish you could like change the font. Maybe there is a way and I just don't know how, but I just kind of use the normal one. Then for this time I use first column on the bottom, and then I use just a beige kind of coloring. Then I use the battery. So if you come to batteries, you can have the status of your battery, and I use the one on the right, so the bigger widget, and I just drop that in there. Then I also have my fitness, and it's just your activity, so it just shows how much movement you've done during your day. But I don't wear my Apple Watch daily, so I feel like this wouldn't be that useful for me, but I just wanted to like use all of them to see how they work. So that's the fitness tracker. Then all the way to the right, I have my Snapchat icon, which is so cool because you can just click that button and it'll just launch you straight to Snapchat. And I've seen people do it for TikTok and for mail and stuff like that. You can do it for any app. The app, in order to go straight from your home screen to whatever app you want, is called Lock Launcher. You can download on the App Store for free, and basically you just click into the app and it'll just show you widget 1, widget 2, widget 3, and you can set up a widget, and you just hit edit, and then you hit choose action. So I'll add like a TikTok one. So I'm going to click TikTok, and then you get to choose the icon that you want. You can use a normal one, or you can do like a stencil version or just a bold version. So I'm going to use the stencil, and then I'm going to put the custom name as TikTok. And then you can use a large icon, and you can use a round background, but I'm going to turn that off. Then we're going to hit save. So I'm going to come back to my lock screen and hit customize. Then I'm going to hit the widget, and then I'm going to scroll down to lock launcher, and then you have widget 1 and widget 2. So then I just tap widget 2. I had to delete the fitness one because you can only have 3 widgets in one row. So I deleted my fitness one and I did TikTok, and honestly I like this way more, so I'm just going to keep it that way. And then just hit done to save all your progress. And then now your lock screen has Snapchat and TikTok where you can just click it and then it'll open Snapchat, which is really nice and cool. So my 5th lock screen that I'm going to show you guys is with the new depth feature that Apple just introduced with iOS 16. I think this is a really cool feature, and I just found out about it earlier. One thing you can do if you don't want to use just a background that you find on Google, you can incorporate your own pictures that you have taken. I had some pictures that I just took at the beach. You saw them in my beach vlog, and it was really pretty. It had a rainbow in the background, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I think this would be so pretty on as my background. So you just hit add new. You can scroll all the way to the right and add new, and then it'll show you suggested photos, and then you just come and click whatever photo you want. And so like for me, I clicked my beach picture. So I just clicked it in there, and then in the bottom right corner there's 3 dots, and you click on that and the depth effect is turned on. So basically what the depth effect is that it'll bring your picture in front of the clock, so that it kind of just puts more emphasis on you than the clock, which is super cool, because in the old iOS on the lock screen you would be behind the clock. Then to customize my time, I just hit I'm just going to use this bold time, and then I'm going to hit purple because my dress is kind of like a purplish blue, so I'm going to pick a light purple, and then I'm just going to kind of bring it down a little bit just so it's a little bit pastel. The 7th lock screen that I'm going to show you guys is one of my favorite singers, Michael Jackson. I found this really cool picture of him on Google, and it was just really high definition, so I wanted to save it and see, because sometimes like your backgrounds, if they're a low quality image and you just save them to your phone and then drop them in as your background, it can get super low quality and it doesn't look good. Whenever I'm looking on Google for backgrounds, I always hit tools, and then I pick image size, and then I hit large to make sure that it's a large, high quality, high definition file. So this picture of Michael Jackson I think is so cool. It's just him performing on stage. So I hit customize, and basically what I just did with the picture is what you do for any of these pictures that I've had in this whole video. Then for my customization, it says that it's Tuesday the 4th, and then it says silence is an answer to, and that is from my motivation app. So what I did to get that is whenever I click choose widget for the date, you click on the date widget, it'll give you some suggestions. So you can change it to where it'll show the date and the temperature, or the date and whatever events you have that day on calendar, or you can hit the date and it'll show you a motivational quote. So I picked it to do that because I think that's really cool. Like you can have your date and then a motivational quote next to it instead of further down that I had earlier. Then for the time, I did that super cool like bubbly font where it has some cuts in the time. I think it added an effect. And then since the picture was so high up with his face, I didn't want to block it with any more widgets, so I just kept that one kind of simple. The 8th and final widget that I'm going to show you guys is this really cool iridescent kind of color. I don't know what it really, I forgot what I searched up to get this, but I'm gonna pop it up right here, whatever I searched up. So it's kind of like a rainbow iridescent look, really cute. So this one, normal date. The time I kept as the OG time from Apple because I just had to like pay homage to that original Apple time that's been there for so many years. Then on the right side, I just have the chance of rain, which is 0%, and then just the temperature, that's all incorporated from weather. And then I have one of my playlists that I made that's called The King of Pop. It's my Michael Jackson playlist on Apple Music. And so basically when I click on that, it'll just launch me straight to the playlist and immediately shuffle it, which is really nice. You don't even have to open the app or anything, especially when you're about to drive somewhere. So you can just click on that instead of having to like fumble through Apple Music and stuff. The way that I did that was on an app called LockPod. It's also on the App Store for free. So whenever you click on it, it'll say welcome to LockPod. You hit continue, and then you select whatever music platform you have. You can use it for Spotify or Apple Music at this time. So then you just hit allow to access your Apple Music. Then it'll start by creating a widget. So you hit the add button, and then the widget name, I'm gonna name it just playlist because that doesn't really matter. So now you're gonna select the playlist, and you kind of have to give it a second to get all your playlists from Apple Music. Okay, so I searched up The King of Pop, and I'm just gonna click on mine from the library. And then after that, you can't like select an image or anything because you need the LockPod Pro. Then from there, you're gonna hit add widget. Okay, so you're gonna come to your widget, you're gonna hit customize, and then you're gonna hit the widget and you're gonna scroll down to lock pod and you're just gonna tap to add it. And then once you're done with that, it'll just come up as like a music note kind of. So then you actually have to hit that widget with the King of Pop on it, and then you're gonna hit playlist, and then from there it should show whatever image your album had, and then you just hit set as wallpaper pair, and that's how you add your own customized playlist to your lock screen. There's also a way that you can customize your home screen. By default, whenever you do this, it'll just kind of like blur whatever image you had on your lock screen. So whenever you open it up to your home screen, it'll just be kind of a blurred image of your lock screen wallpaper. So there are some kind of customization things that you can do to your home screen as well. So I'm gonna hit customize, and whenever you go to save whatever lock screen that you're working on, it'll ask if you wanna set it as a wallpaper pair or if you wanna customize your home screen. So you can just set it as a pair and it'll just blur whatever image you have on that lock screen, or you can customize it, and there are a few little options you can play around with. So you can just keep the original background. You can hit color, where it just keeps the color of whatever your background was. You can hit gradient, where it's kind of like a mixture of colors where they all kind of fade out at the bottom, so it's just 3 kind of different fading colors. Or you can hit photos, and you can add your own photos so that you can have 2 different things, kind of like you would on any other iOS. So you could re-add another photo into your lock screen and then hit blur from there, so it's just where you have 2 different photos. Or you can keep your original. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit customize, I'm gonna come to save it, I'm gonna customize my home screen, then I'm gonna have the original, but I'm gonna turn off the blur effect. That's what I really like the most, so whenever you open it, you still have your backdrop. I don't know why it automatically does the blur effect. I feel like sometimes it looks better without it. And besides that, that is basically everything that I've used so far to customize my iOS 16 lock screen. It's been super fun because it's just something new that you can personalize that you weren't able to do for a long time. So definitely download Motivation, Countdown, Lock Launcher, and Lock Pod. There are so many more apps out there where you can customize more of your home screen that you can't do directly from Apple. Oh, I saw an app where you could just automatically call someone from your home screen. You can save like a favorite contact. If you call someone a lot, you can just hit that directly from the home screen instead of going into phone. But that's just something cool that you can do, and you can keep their contact picture on your lock screen. I just thought it was cute, but I don't really need that, so I didn't add it to mine. I hope you enjoyed my 8 aesthetic ideas for your lock screen, and I hope you use them and you can kind of play around and have fun with this iOS update. I know I did. That's basically it, so I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I also want to say thank you guys so much for 50 subscribers. I know I mentioned it in my bio of my last couple of videos, but I never verbally said it to you guys, but it literally means the world to me, so thank you so much for that, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!